Hey guys, Kev here, and I have two knives to review for you. This is a big knife and a little knife. So I have here the Kizer Banish, Jacob Lundquist designed button lock version of the Vanish. And this is a micro knife that is super affordable. You're talking about 45 bucks for this guy. And then we have the Midgaards Messer Fenris, or Fenris, I'm not sure how you would say it. And this is a $400 knife, and it is absolutely massive. So I thought it'd be kind of fun and funny to talk about these knives together because they're absolutely complete opposites. So let's talk about the Banish first. I am very pleasantly surprised by this knife. Jacob Lundquist is a friend, so I will be a little bit biased, I suppose. But I think in general, this is just a really, really well done fifth pocket knife from Kizer. And it's a button lock version of his Vanish design. You guys have probably seen it a bunch of times on the channel. This is a slip joint that Jacob did under his Kvist brand. It's 20 CV and titanium, QSP OEM, but you'll see the size is the same. And people really love this knife. I'm sure he got some questions about doing a locking one, and I guess he talked to Kizer about it after his Veritas was a success, and decided to see if they could do the Banish, which is just adding a B for button lock to the word Vanish. And you'll see it's small. I struggle with deploying it sometimes, but I'm really good at it left-handed because I have the clip over there and I'm left-handed. This front flipper is amazing. It really has a good spring in there. It pops out of there really well. You get great leverage on that front flipper. You can reverse flick it just fine. I actually have a pretty good time reverse flicking it compared to most button locks, and because that spring is stronger, it does actually deploy pretty well. Haven't had any issues with the spine whacking, but you know me, I just give it a couple taps. I'm not too worried about it. With a button lock, you should probably just treat it like a slip joint, honestly. I can get a full 4-finger grip on this knife. That's one of the things I've always loved about the Vanish design is my middle finger kind of rests right in this notch, index finger there, and then the rest just wrap around. So for a large glove-sized hand, this is literally the perfect backup EDC, or I mean, you could use it as a primary, honestly, if you're just doing some cardboard slaying. I love the finish on this. You get a PVD coated blade. It's in 154 cm steel and black micarta, and the price is right, my friends. This is a $45 knife. So when this releases, you can go over to Kizer Knives. It'll be listed down below. I have an affiliate link, so it does help the channel if you use that link. 45 bucks. And they're dropping on the 31st of January, so I don't know if that'll be before or after this video. Possibly right after. Or you can go over to White Mountain Knives, and you can use my code LeftyEDC and you'll save 10%. So it'll be literally a $40 knife, I think, shipped to your door in the U.S. by White Mountain Knives. Yeah, it's pretty much a no-brainer for $40 to get 154 cm in this amazing fidgety package from Jacob. I love Jacob. He is one of the best souls in the knife community. So please support it and pick one of these up. 40 bucks. Just an excellent knife. So that's the Vanish. Love it. All right, let's talk about the beast in the room. So this is the Midgard's Messer Fenris. And it has some inherent issues for me. One, it's just massive. It's not something I would buy. I actually asked White Mountain Knives if, maybe I could have one, or how much could I, get one for, maybe get a little discount if I would like test it and beat it up. And it's a $400 knife. So it would have cost me not that much, but it still would have cost me a lot of money just to beat one up, and it wasn't worth it. So it's expensive, right? Like, this is aluminum, I think, but it feels cheap. I'm not going to lie. For a $400 knife, I want more quality. I get it. It's a chunk of whatever. I think it's D2, so it's not like some great steel that you're getting. And aluminum, so it's like a cold feeling handle. Honestly, I think G10 would have been better. They probably did it for stability purposes. And granted, this knife is not for me, so, you know, maybe you shouldn't listen to me on it. But it's literally a scary thing to even try to deploy it. But we'll look at it here. So there's a lot of play. There's a lot of slop, okay? This knife is locked shut right now and has a lock bar with a detent, okay? Look at that. There is so much play in this. I don't know if it's detent lash. I think it's got quite a bit of detent lash. I also think on the sides of a knife like this with a liner lock, you're going to have a lot of movement. So you can see that lock bar actually move up and down with the blade. So it's like detent lash mixed with just, it's a big ass knife, right? There's more play in that. But you can literally pull the blade out to here and you can just grab the tip. So that's never good. It's never good when you can do this, right? Now it comes with a lock. So you unscrew this guy right here, which is honestly super annoying because it takes forever, but yet it is going to save your bacon, so it's pretty much worth doing. So I kind of hate it, but hey, you get the screw that comes out, and then you have this massive knife. Just to show you that lash is still there. That's where it breaks. So the tip is out of the handle. The blade is so heavy that it almost falls out of the handle just on sheer weight alone. But you can see it bouncing in there. You do have this front flipper hook for you maniacs out there. You can grab that and then whip this thing around. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. 2 hands. All right. And there you go. It'll lock up like a liner lock. The lockup is, let me just make sure, pretty good, honestly, and there's no stick. So that's kind of nice. There is a little bit of up and down, but again, I'm pretty sure that is this lock bar flexing. It's not actual up and down lock rock. It's just flex in this monstrous liner lock. I think they would have been a lot better off with a back lock, like a tail lock, a triad type lock, excuse me, even a monstrous crossbar. I don't know if that would be possible. Anything but this, honestly. I honestly thought it was like a slip joint. That would have been nice. A slip joint, and then you just screw this in, and you turn it into a fixed blade, basically. That would have worked. Then you'd have good spring tension on it at all times. So anyway, you take this guy and you put it in this hole. That's what she said now. And you have a locked up knife. It's essentially a fixed blade at this point, right? I can't do anything when I unlock it. So now you just have a monster knife. I mean, I can't even get the whole thing on the screen. It is so fucking big. It's what she said. I'm going to go get the measuring tape. And I'll try to lift this up enough. You guys will probably see my feet at some point. There we go. We can get it in camera. In frame. We'll grab the measuring tape. Let's see, we got it? Okay. So, grab the tip. And from tip to tail, we're at 25 inches, dude. Little over 25 inches. You have 11 and a half, basically, inches of blade. And if you can do math, but I won't make you, you have 13.5 inches of handle. An absolute behemoth. You have 2.5, 2 3/4 height on that. Thickness. Handle thickness. I can literally use a measuring tape for all this. Where are we at? Handle thickness is 3/4 inch. Blade stock is what? Like 1/4 inch there? Let me get that line knocked up. Yeah, almost 1/4 inch on blade stock. Just an absolute gargantuan knife. I mean, this is my large glove size hand. It's just crazy. So you would, I guess, two-hand this guy like this, and then I don't know what you would do with this. This is 100% a novelty knife. And that's interesting, right? Is this a novelty knife? No. To me, this is a functional EDC knife. Even though it's tiny, it's functional. I can use it real easily. I can flick it when I'm not on camera. I can front flip it real easy. And I could pop this out of my pocket, open a cardboard box, do what I need to do, and close it. Sure, there's a lot of you guys out there that do outdoor stuff and crazy shit. I don't know how many people would actually use this. This is something that would sit in my closet with the other stuff I have in there, like the Hoback Quaichetti and stuff like that. But this would be the most obnoxious. I'm not hating on it. If you guys love this thing, if you want to pick one of these up, just because of the sheer fact that it's huge and ridiculous, totally get it. So these are both at White Mountain Knives. This one's $3.99. That's the only place I think I've seen it. And they sent it to me to check out. So thank you to White Mountain Knives. Use my code LeftyTEN over there. Again, you can pick this up at White Mountain Knives after the 31st, I think at 9 p.m. And I'll also link it on Kizer's website. I have an affiliate link for that. But either way, I highly recommend this knife. It's a great little EDC for $45. I mean, it's just stupid for $45. So that's a big knife and a little knife for you. Thanks for checking it out. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.